Trump has finally conceded. He hasn't used those words, but he is allowing the transition to take place. And we'll get into that in a minute, but first I want to address my most wonderful subscribers. You guys. My subscribers are the best, with the most caring heart. And truly, they set themselves apart. With hearts of gold and minds of steel, you guys truly do give this content creator a wonderful feel. You truly are such a wonderful group. And no YouTuber could ever ask for a better troop. In a world full of me, and drowning sometimes in a selfish sea, I see the beauty within you guys, and from there on, it's nothing but clear skies. So let me take a minute to just explain what I mean here. You beautiful souls. This comment from a subscriber. Love the content. I love you, man. Keep up the great work. Thank you. Save your money. I have a feeling there are going to be ugly times real soon. Things are going to get ugly real soon. Forgive me. I don't know where my glasses are and my eyes are acting up. Stop the steal. I appreciate your heart. But as far as me personally, that's what I have been telling you guys. I am essentially almost a harbinger of bad times. Many years ago, when the 2016 election happened, 4 years ago, and today's day is many years, I saw the writing on the wall when the media was giving certain narratives, when there were certain propositions being pushed that were going to drastically change the economy, and I invested accordingly. And the worse things get, the better position I get. And I have invested in such a way in which the worse things get, the better I get, and as things improve, I will stay that level. It took a lot of work, a lot of investment, many hours, many late nights, many nights staying up all night, researching and figuring out how to achieve that. I knew it was possible. People have done it in the past. And I am, if nothing else, a student of history. I love it. Knowing your history can tell you where things are going to go in the future. You may look at things as a horse-drawn carriage. What does a horse-drawn carriage have to do with today's vehicles? I look at the sale and production of a horse-drawn carriage as the sale and production of a certain product, and how did they overcome the certain hurdles of that product, and what companies are doing the same things in the same manners today with certain products, and how are things going to affect finances. And as much as I hate to admit it, politics and finances are inexorably intertwined. The way politics goes, finances go as well. And the way finances go, politics go as well. And I've noticed and seen through my many years as time goes on that it seems to be even more and more intertwined, money and politics. It's like space-time. Back in the day, it was space, and then it was time. As knowledge garnered new improvements and new ways of looking at things, we now know it as space-time. They're linked. Well, this is financial politics or political finances, however you want to say it. They're intertwined. So as things get worse, I'm okay. But I love your heart. And this next one, God, my subscribers, you guys are just the most awesome people. The most awesome people. I gotta expand this because I'm blind here. Okay. Now, David, I like your content, and the $300 would be nice. However, I don't need to be enticed to your channel. I will go with you on this one, and if I'm lucky enough to win, I would like to give it to a person of your choice. Maybe someone that doesn't have the luxury of a mobile phone, laptop, etc. A person that doesn't even have the capability of accessing your content. I'm not virtually signaling I think you can achieve more than pandering to all the greedy bastards out there. It's about what you have to say, rather than what monetary value you can give them. You don't want people like that on your channel. Best of luck, bud. Your friend from across the pond. My friend from across the pond, I tell you what, I love your heart and your spirit, which is exactly why this is perfect. Me being the harbinger of doom that I am, and having invested knowing that these events were going to happen, and feeling rather guilty coming up so quickly from homelessness to where I am right now on the backs of bad times, simply because I can see them before most. There's a reason I was able to survive the things that I have survived. But that's the beauty of it. I can give you the means to help those around you. Think of it as that game. You have one blue side, one red side, and the idea is the game is to control the most squares of your color. You land on a square, every square around you changes that color. And one square. If I do things here, what am I affecting? And I don't know anybody who is in need of things of those nature. However, you're in the trenches. How better to help out the trenches than to give to those in the trenches, knowing that the people that I know in the trenches have beautiful hearts, wonderful souls, and they will do far better with the money than I ever could. And that's the beauty of having subscribers like you. Because I know that it's going to go to good. Because that's who you are. So, let's get into the story. From the Daily Mail, Donald Trump concedes in all but name as he caves and lets transition to Joe Biden finally begin after Michigan certifies Democrats' victory there, but still claims he can prevail in doomed legal fight to overturn election results. And I will never be one to say that it is impossible. It is absolutely possible that something could happen, some 11th hour thing, but it does appear that Joe Biden will be the President of the United States come January 20th. Donald Trump took a massive step towards admitting defeat in the election Monday night by saying that he was allowing the transition to Joe Biden to begin, but immediately claimed he can still overturn his defeat at the hands of voters. And maybe he can, and maybe he can't. But either way, we need to move forward. We need some sort of leadership. See too often that we have so many different styles of leadership, and some places are locked down, some places aren't, and then the places aren't locked down are looking at the places that are locked down, and the places that are locked down are saying, well, why aren't they locked down? And then when we come off lockdown, why are they on lockdown? And then it's just really, we need some sort of solidifying thing, something. General Services Administration Chief Emily Murphy told President-elect Biden in a letter that he can start accessing federal resources to begin the presidential transition process early Monday evening. So they've already started the transition process now, and let's hope it goes smoothly. No matter which way it goes. Even if Trump wins in a lawsuit, let's hope that it's something that is just undeniable. It has no question. So that way we can finally move on. I feel sometimes like in my dreams I see the word Trump flashing before my eyes, and I'm running from a pack of zombies, and I turn around and they're all Trump heads chasing me, and their legs are driven by the mainstream media. Dun dun dun. Murphy released a letter to Biden announcing the move, but dedicated a considerable portion to defending her own reputation and claiming she had been threatened and harassed. Her letter notably does not go so far as ascertain that Joe Biden is the winner of the election, despite networks calling the race 16 days ago. I have an issue with that. Networks don't call the race. The news does not dictate to us. The news is supposed to be the watchdogs for us. The news doesn't decide who won the election. That sentence to me is not a great sentence. Despite networks calling the race 16 days ago, numerous states certifying their tallies, and Biden winning 306 electoral votes to Trump's 232. She also called him Mr. instead of President-elect or Vice President. It's fine. She can call him whatever she wants. We live in a nation where we're supposed to have certain freedoms allotted to us. We are not forced to call individuals by their title. That's not something that's enforceable. That's something that should have died back in the medieval ages, but there are still some countries where you can face severe repercussions by not addressing somebody by their title. I don't believe that should be that way. If you want to show your disrespect and disdain for somebody, then you have every right under the Constitution of the United States to do so. That is your right. It came just over an hour after Michigan certified that Biden had won the state, putting another nail in the coffin of Trump's bid to overturn the election results. The move ends much of the controversy over Trump's refusal to concede and means that a concession would be purely symbolic. Do you ever get the feeling that 99.9% of the things that we see in politics today are purely symbolic? Sometimes I do feel that way. I don't know if you do, but I sure do. It allows Biden to get the same intelligence briefing as Trump. Okay, hold on. I have a problem with that. The same intelligence briefing as Trump. You mean the same intelligence briefing that was lying to Trump and admitted lying to Trump and laughed about lying to Trump the whole time? That same intelligence briefing? How many other presidents has our military intelligence lied to? How bad is that the head of your nation is being lied to by the military? Separate the name and just look at the position. How bad is that? And now the same individuals are supposed to be briefing Biden, but they admitted lying to Trump. How do we know they're not going to lie to Biden? I would have thought lying to the president about military intelligence would have been, I don't know, illegal. It kind of sounds like something that should be illegal. If it's not illegal, it should. It's not good to have our military intelligence lying to the president. Order FBI background checks on his picks for office and talk to senior officials in key roles, most notably Dr. Fauci. Why most notably Dr. Fauci? Why is he the most notable? They all have notability in their own fields, I would have thought, but okay. I know. COVID, it's the big boy on the block. It's what everybody wants to talk about. But Trump tweeted defiantly that he had ordered Murphy to start the transition for the sake of the country and claimed he was sure he would win the good fight. And who knows? Maybe he will. Maybe he won't. But in the end, I would just really love for us to be able to move forward and get things done. I am pushing for that 2,000 subscribers. That would be really cool. I've wanted the growth of this channel for a long time. Kind of feel like I've been fighting YouTube for a long time too. I feel like every video I load, I end up spending about 3 or 4 hours fighting YouTube. And you can help me with that with a thumbs up, comment, like, share, subscribe. You know the deal. Y'all are veterans of this. I love you guys. You guys are amazing. You guys are great. You guys deserve hearing both sides of the story. And you guys deserve to hear that I encourage you to do your own research on everything. Don't ever take anything anybody ever says as absolute truth. Trust but verify, you know? Kind of used to be almost the scientific method. Now it just seems like we skip over. We read the footnotes of life and try to move on. And the years are accelerating faster and faster, which is why all of a sudden now 4 years ago is ages ago. Take care, guys. You're amazing. I'll see you on the next one.